Hello guys, welcome to my channel. So today we are going to work on a project which is specifically for beginners, or you can say specifically for newcomers who are new to Spring Boot and Thymeleaf. Basically in this video we are going to work on a hotel management system which is roughly going to be your hotel reservation system. So this is somewhat similar to what you do basically whenever you try to book a hotel or a room, right? So this is not going to be a full-fledged application because this is specifically for beginners, so we are going to keep it simple, right? But here we are going to learn about Spring Boot 3, H2, JPA, CRUD operations and your Thymeleaf. So if you are new to my channel, if you haven't yet subscribed to my channel, please do. I see that there are a lot of viewers who are watching my videos but not yet subscribing, so please subscribe to my channel. Now let's kickstart this video. Alright, so as I said, we are going to keep it simple. So first thing first is that we need to download our project through Spring Initializer. So this is official. Now what do we need to do is, first is give it a name. So hotel reservation, and let's say app. And what do we need here? We need, first thing is Spring Web, then dev tools so that I can live reload, and then we need JPA, H2, and then Thymeleaf, and that's it. Click on generate, wait for it to download, then unzip it and import it to your IDE. Alright, so I'm going with Eclipse IDE. You can choose whatever you want. I have imported my project here, and then just click on finish. So before we move on to the code, let's first talk about what we have to build in this application. So this application is going to be broken down into two parts. So our first part is going to be hotel, right? And our second part is going to be room. Now in our hotel we are going to have a form, hotel form, and this form is to add a new hotel, right? Then we have a list, so this will display all the hotels that you have added through this application. Then we have view details page as well. So if you want to see the details of a particular hotel, then you can do that using this view details page. Similarly, we are going to have these functionalities in room as well. So we will have a form to add a room, then we will have a list which will display a list of rooms, then view details. Now we have to link these two, right? So there should be an option through which I can add rooms to a hotel. So that also we will have. So let me show you what it will look like. Our form basically is going to have details like let's say for hotel we will have details like name, city, address, and yeah, something like this, right? And in our form list we will have a table basically which will display depending on if you have hotel or not. So we will have basically three things here. So our first column is basically going to be about hotel name, then second thing is going to be view details, third is going to be add rooms, or you can say rooms list, and then we will have option to add it and delete. So we will have buttons, right? So here this is not going to be editable. When you click on view details page, you will be redirected to another page. In this rooms list page, you will be again redirected to another page. The order can differ in between these two. So talking about rooms list, if you don't have any, then you will see empty table like this, right? Then down below on this table you will see a button which is basically to add a room to this hotel, right? So from a drop down you can choose the room, and so this drop down is going to be all about rooms. Whatever rooms are available, you can add it to the hotel, so it's coming through your inventory. And once you do that, this rooms list is going to display all the rooms associated with that hotel. Similarly, we will have same thing for room as well. So in room we will have room name, first column we will have view details. We won't be having this, we will have edit and delete. Alright, so yeah, so this is going to be what our application is going to be look like. Now let's work on the code. Alright, so the project is imported. We can see the basic structure here. Now let's work on our entities first. So new class, so package name entity, and then here we will do room. Alright, so first thing is that we need to annotate this with entity annotation. What else do we need? We need long ID and keep it private. This is a primary key, so ID annotation. I want it to be generated automatically, so generated value strategy generation type dot identity. Alright, now what else do we need? We need room number, price per night is available, capacity, and then we need a mapping with hotel entity, right? Private int so talking about Texas also, this could be in double, so yeah, room number is going to be int. Alright, so these are all columns, so either you can annotate this with columns or you can keep it like this. Now we need getters and setters along with constructor, so let's do constructor first. So we don't need ID, we don't need hotel, that's it. Generate, and we also need no arc constructor. Alrighty, now we need getters and setters, so generate getters and setters, select all. Okay, good enough. Now we need a hotel entity Pojo class, so let's do that. Create class hotel, and this should be in the same package entity, so yeah. Now here what do we need? First is that this is going to be entity, this much is obvious. Then we need a primary key ID, so private long ID, and let's save this and copy. Alright, now we need name, city, country, address as in full address, and I think that's about it. Now private string name, and let me copy this. Now we need private list of rooms for this hotel. So rooms. Now again same thing, which is your no constructor first. So public hotel, then your argumented constructor. Removing rooms and ID. Click on generate, and then your getters and setters. Select all, generate. Alright, now one thing is left is that we have a mapping between rooms and hotel, but we haven't signified it. So an hotel can have many rooms, so this is going to be one to many, and let's pass on few parameters as well. Alright, so mapped by hotel and cascade type dot all. Alright, now coming back to room, here also we need a mapping. So this is a vice versa mapping, as in a room can have only one hotel, but rooms as in plural, so many to one, right? So many to one, join column. So this is your hotel and then primary key ID, right? So this is what we are naming it. So this is what you will see in the DDL also of this room. Alright, so I think we are done with our entities. Now let's work on our service layer and DAO layer. Alright, so first let's create the interfaces. So new, and here let's say DAO. So first is going to be your room DAO. Let's say room repository. Alright, so this is going to be simple. So here either we can annotate this with repository annotation, which is not really mandatory, but we need to extend JPA repository, and here we need to provide a room, and here type long. Sorry, I'm down with cold. So room. Now similarly we have to do for your hotel repository. So let's create a new interface again. Hotel repository. Similarly extends JPA repository, and here it would be hotel and then long. Alrighty, now let's work on our service layers. Service and room service. So here we need roughly these three methods: get all rooms, save or update room, delete room. So these are your CRUD operations basically. What else you can add here? You can add a method to get room by ID, and yeah, that could be one thing. And one thing more you can do is get room by room number, right? So we will add those as well. So here what we need to do is we need to get all rooms. So room repository.find all will do the work for you. Alright, so why do we have override here? Okay, now we need public room get room by ID. So return room repository dot find by ID, and here we will say long ID. Now this will return an optional, so let's change this to optional. Okay, what else? Now we need get room by room number. So this is going to be a custom method. So for this we need to make a change in our hotel room repository. So get room by room number, and here we will have room number. Now this is again going to return an optional. Oops. So this is going to be room, and done. So here we will say return room repository dot get room by room number, and here we need a room number, right? So string room number, and here we will just replace it with room number. Alright, in save or update room we will just do room repository dot save and room. No need to return, so that's why it is void. Here we will say, why do we have override here? Okay, I'll remove it. Dot delete by ID and ID. Alright, let's remove this. So we are done with room service. Now let's create hotel service. Alright, let's annotate this with service annotation first, and then we need hotel repository object. Let's auto-wire this. Now first thing is public list of hotel find all. Alright, so pretty much similar to what we have done in room service. Now public optional get hotel by ID, return hotel repository dot find by ID. Now let me copy these. So let's tweak this. Delete hotel and this is going to be hotel. Alright, now coming back to hotel, we have city, name, country and address. So we can get hotels by name also, by city also, by country also. So for now I'm going to do with city, right? So for this I need to make a change here. So let me copy this So yeah, this is going to be hotel. Get hotel by city. I don't know why I copied, it didn't make any sense. City. Alright, now here we can have another method. So string city get hotel by city. Alright, now coming back to room, we should be able to get a room by price per night or maybe capacity, but it doesn't make any sense, so I'm not going to go with that. Now what else do we need? We need controllers now, so let's quickly do that. So room controller. Alright, so first thing first is that we need to annotate this with controller. Now we need room service instance here, so private room service and then room service. Let's auto add this as well. So first thing is that we need get all rooms mapping, which will look something like this. So we have received a list of rooms from this method get all rooms, which we created before. Now then we are just passing this list of rooms to our UI page which is room list. You can do something like this as well if you want to save some lines of code, then this will also work. Alright, now second mapping is going to be get room by ID, right? So if you are confused why we are doing that, so if you see this, we have get all rooms, then get room by ID. Similarly, we have to do get room by room number, then these two, right? And let me import these. So here what we are doing is, first we are trying to fetch if there is a room by this ID or not. If not, then in that case throw an exception saying invalid room ID. Otherwise, get the room object and pass it on to this attribute. So this is our GUI page here. Now third is your get room by room number. So it will look something like this. Here what we are doing is we are calling the method get room by room number, which is this one. So if we are able to fetch the room by room number, then we are getting the room object back. Otherwise we are throwing the exception. Similarly what we have done here, we are adding the object, and this is our same UI page which we are using here. Now our next mapping is going to be a post mapping to save a room. So for this we have to do something like this. So we have a post mapping. Here we are getting the room object which we have to save. Then we have a result, binding result, and then we have redirect attributes. So what happens is, let's say if we have some errors in this mapping, then in that case we will return this form. Otherwise we will save the room object in the database, and then we will redirect to this rooms URI. So if you are wondering where do we have this rooms URI, we are going to use it here. So every URI is getting appended with rooms. So this one is rooms, this one is rooms ID, right? Alright, now we need an edit operation. So edit operation will look like this. This is similar to what we have done in our get operation, nothing much. Here we are just passing on the room form GUI page, right, so that a user can actually add it. Now this is the main thing. This is our post mapping for our get mapping edit operation. So here we are not doing much. So this is similar to our save operation. If we have some errors, then we are just returning room form page. Otherwise we are setting the room ID first, then we are saving or updating. The same method for save and update operation. We are passing on a message room updated successfully, and then redirect it back to our get mapping. Now last is our delete operation, which is not a big one. So it will look something like this. We have path variable id, we are just deleting it, and then we are just doing room deleted successfully. So this is our room controller. Now we have to work on our GUI pages. So what we will do is basically first we will create an HTML file. So what was the name? I forgot. Room list. So this is what we need in our room list. So we have a heading room list, we have a table with these many columns, 4 columns basically. So in each of our column, in each of our row actually, we will have an action. So this action is going to be the view details, edit, or are you sure you want to delete? So this delete operation. And then at the bottom we will have an add new room button. So this will redirect us to new page. So coming back to room controller, alright, so we missed this mapping, so let me add this in the controller. Alright, so this is our mapping. Now this is rooms new, this is done. Now let's work on our hotel controller. So let's create a new class. Oh, we okay, sorry about that. So we are done with room list. Now we have to work on room details as well. So similarly what we'll do is we will create a new HTML page here. So .html. So this is going to be very short and it will look something like this. So we have room number, we have capacity, price per night, and then we have availability. So this is not much, this is very simple. Here we are just using Thymeleaf functionality to get the data, and this is what we have done in our room list HTML as well, right? So let's work on our another GUI page, which is room form. So again let's create a new HTML file. So this room form is going to be used in a lot of mappings. So yeah, so this is going to be having a lot of details. Alright, so this will look something like this. Again, this is very basic. We have title depending on which option did you choose. If you have chosen add new room, then the title will be add new room. So depending on room.id, we are going to make that decision. So if the room ID is null, that means that this is a new room, right? We don't have it created yet in the database. If it is not null, then it is an added room. So very naive, very basic thing, right? So again, heading, we are using the same thing. Now we have main operations, which is in your form. So if you are in your add new room, this is your form. So we have room number, capacity, price per night, and then when we click on add form, this is going to redirect us to post mapping of rooms. If we are doing edit operation, in that case we will have again post operation, but this information is going to be pre-filled with whatever you had in the database before. When you click on update room, this is going to go to this mapping, and if you click on this cancel button, you will get redirected to your get mapping, which will actually show you all the rooms, right? So I think now we are done with our GUI pages. Anything left? No, nothing is left. Now let's work on our hotel controller. So again, the first thing is going to be your controller annotation, and then creating an object of hotel service. Auto wire this. Now we need a lot of mappings like we did in our room controller. So let me add them quickly. So first thing is going to be this, which is going to be common in your every mapping. Now the first mapping is your get operation to get all the hotels list, to get all to get the list of all the hotels, right? So for this we have to do something like this. Let me import everything. Alright, so here I will do the same thing that I did. I'll just cut it from here and paste it here, so saving a line of code. Now again, what do we need? Let's go back to hotel repository. Nope, hotel service. Okay, so here we have get all hotels by ID by city, right? So let's do that in the same order. So get all get hotel by ID now. So here we have similar thing that we have done in our room controller. Don't have to explain much on this. Now our hotels by city is going to look like this. Get hotel by city. This should be okay. Big typo. Yeah, so this should be hotels by city. I think I made a mistake. Let me correct that. Yeah. So this would be list of hotel, and coming back to hotel repository. So list and hotels by city. Alright, let me close. Now what do we need is we need add hotel, we need added hotel, and then we need delete hotel mapping. So let me quickly create those and then I'll explain. Alright, so let me go in the order. So this is our new form through which you are going to add a new hotel or edit a new hotel. So everything is going to be done by this form. So this is our main form. Then when you click on save to add a new hotel, you will come back to this mapping. So this is, I think, pretty much similar to what we have done in room controller as well. So if something goes wrong, then you will redirect back to this hotel form page. Otherwise you will be redirected to hotels page after the successful message, right? And in this edit operation, we have first the hotel form pre-filled with all the details that you had before in the database. Here we don't need this valid. So here what we have done is whatever you have provided in the form, in the added form, that information is going to be get updated in the database using this very same method, right? And then you have simple delete operation. So all in all, good. Now what we need is we need GUI pages, big thing. So let's first work on our hotel list. So hotel list.html. So this is pretty much similar to what we had in our room list. So we have heading, we have columns, then we have the data, then we have the buttons. So these are the buttons on each of your row. At the end we have a button to add new hotel, right? So simple. Now similarly, what we had done for room, we are going to do the same thing for our hotel details. This is going to be exactly similar. Like the only change is going to be, this is going to be about hotel, right? So new file, Alright, so I don't think I have to explain this, so this is very much straightforward, right? So back to hotel list. So here we are not using navigation menu, so this is how we are going to navigate, because we are going to keep it simple. I'll try to add Bootstrap when I'll get some time. With that I'll create a navigation bar also. So for now I'm going to go with this. So this is going to look pretty ugly. I'll see if I can add Bootstrap also. Okay, hotel list is done, hotel details is done. Now we are going to need hotel form. This is our last form, so let's do that. After this we need database configuration, right? Okay, so .html. Alright, so similar to what we had in room form, we have same thing. So similar to what we had in room form, we have same conditions even, right? So everything is same. This is our hotel save form. So these are mapped with your Thymeleaf field with the objects what you have mentioned in hotel class, right? So be like this is very obvious thing. You need to keep the same name what you have kept in hotel Pojo class. This has to be exactly same, otherwise this will not work. This is very important. Similarly here, right? So we are done with this. Now let's work on our application.properties. So here we are going to need two things. One is your data source configuration, another one is your Hibernate details. So this is what we need. So this is our basic data source configuration, and this is our S2 console configuration. This is what we need. So this is just your GUI if you want to do that, and then these are your Hibernate properties. So it is currently kept at update so that your data won't be overridden every time you run the application. So this is done. Now we can start our application. So let's see if we are going to see any error or not. Alright, so I can see create table hotel, create table room. Okay, still I got the error. Let's expand this. What went wrong? So error creating bean, error creating enable JPA repository, get room by room number, failed to create. Okay, so I got it. So this should be string, that's why it is failing. Okay. Wait a minute, why are we keeping string in room number? It should be int, obviously, right? So I should make a change here. So this should be int, and similarly this should be int. What else is left? I don't see any errors. Let's come to room controller. Okay, I do see no errors. So this should be int. Alright. Okay, let's rerun. Alright, create table hotel room, alter table with constraint foreign key hotel underscore ID. This is our join column. Okay, good enough. Alright, so the application is started. Took some time, but it did. Okay, so we don't have any resource, basically that's why this is happening. So let's go to rooms first. Okay, so we don't have any table here, we don't have any data here, so that's okay. Add new room. So okay, going to hotels. So there is nothing, that's good. Let's put the name, let's say test 1, city Delhi, address New Delhi, Delhi and add hotel. Okay, so we can see the data here. Now we have three options: view details. Let's open it in a new tab so we can see the details, right? If I click on back to hotel list, I'm redirected back to hotels list. If I click on edit, then I can see option here. So let's do new to old Delhi, update hotel, and I got the error string to require type long for input string ID. Alright, let's go to this edit operation. I think this is coming, this ID is coming as string instead of long. So okay, let's try like this. Let's see what will happen. Refresh, new to old Delhi, update hotel, and it got updated. Okay, yeah, so that was the issue. Click on delete. Are you sure you want to delete this hotel? Okay, this got empty. Okay, similarly, let's try on rooms. Add new room. So let's do room number 101, capacity 2, price let's say 2000 rupees per night, add room, and we got the error. Alright, so let's make some changes here. So let's first make some changes in room form. So the reason for this error is that in room.java we have an hotel field which should not be null. So here if you see, we have nullable equals to false, right? This is why we are seeing this error, and in the room form we haven't specified any field for your room, for your hotel. So this should be here. So we can do two things here. Either we can remove this nullable equals to false property, and in our hotel form we can add the option to select a room, right? Or we can do the vice versa thing, that add the hotel here. But I think the first option is more relevant, because from room it is very hard to add it to a hotel, but from the hotel form it is much easier to add the room, right? So that is what I'm going to do here. So what I will do is, for now I'll just remove this, save this, it will restart my application, and then first I'll check if all the functionality in respect to room controller, if it is working fine or not. If it is working fine, then I'll work on the new addition to hotel form. Alright, so application is restarted. Let's refresh this page one more time. Alright, now let's fill details. 101, capacity 2, rate would be 2000, add room. Alright, so we are able to add the room now. Let's click on view details. We can see the details. Availability is not available because we haven't specified the default value for availability, right? So that we can do as well. Now in terms of edit, let's do the price change as 2500 rupees, update, and we got the error. So this error is similar to what we had in hotel also. So yeah, that's good. I think that we got the same error in both the forms. So let me just copy this, paste it here, and let's modify this with rooms here, and here it would be room.id. Now let's cut it, paste it here. Alrighty, let's do one more round. So refresh, update price to 2500, update room, and we got the error. No static resource rooms edit. Okay, so this is the error. We need to do th action. Alright, let's do final round now. 2500, and it worked. Also we can try to delete this. Okay, and it worked. So everything is working fine in terms of hotels, in terms of rooms. Now what do we need more? We need an option to add room as well. So here we have add new hotel, and somewhere along we need add room functionality as well. Alright, so before we do that, let's beautify this a bit. It looks very ugly, so let's do that first. Alright, so here I have added Bootstrap CDN. So this is 4.5.2, and similarly I have script here added. I have done a few changes here as well to accommodate Bootstrap changes. Let's see how this looks. So refresh this page. Add new hotel. Yeah, so this looks good, right? Similarly, let's do it for the rest of the pages as well. So let's do the same thing for list and details. Alrighty, so now if you're new to Bootstrap, let me summarize a bit. So this is what we do basically, is to import the CSS provided to us by this framework called Bootstrap. So Bootstrap is basically a grid-based responsive framework through which you can modify and beautify your HTML page. So here I'm using a lot of classes provided to me by Bootstrap. So these classes are provided by Bootstrap. So this means that I'm using a dark theme based table here, table head. So this entire row is going to be dark theme based, and then I have button primary, secondary, which means which doesn't mean much. Primary is going to be in blue color, secondary is in another color, danger maybe in yellow color, success in green color, so stuff like that. So yeah, so it's a good framework if you want to beautify your application. So now what is left? I think hotel details is left. Alright, now we are done with hotel details as well. So let's see how this looks. So let me go to hotels first. So this looks like this. I think there is somewhat spacing missing, so let me do that. Hotel list, let's see. Yeah, this is better. Okay, now click on add new hotel. Here we can do anything. So yeah, that is that. I think we have to add a hotel because I think I deleted that. So let's add it. So let's say PS Bird Resort. Let's do Delhi, New Delhi, and click on add hotel. So we can see it. Now we have different colors here, right? So this looks good. View hotel, and I see a card here, which is good. Back to hotel list, click on add it. I can see all the details, and instead of Old Delhi, let's do New Delhi. Let's update New Delhi with Old Delhi. Click on update hotel. I can see Old Delhi here. So this is working fine. If I do delete, then it will delete obviously. Yeah, so this is working. Let's add it back. Okay, Now what I want is, I want to have a functionality through which I can add rooms, right? So I should be able to see a button here for add rooms. So let's do that. So in my hotel list, I have this add new hotel button, right? So let me modify this. Alright, so right now they are pointing to the same URI, but that's okay. I just want to see how it looks. Yeah, it looks ugly. So let's do like this. Still not good. Much better. Let's change the color to okay, much better. So add new hotel, add new room. So what should happen when I click on add new room? It should give me a page where I can select from a list of rooms and add it to this hotel. So let's do like this, and coming to hotel controller, let me copy this and let's do new room. Let me stop the application. I have to make a lot of changes now. So what I want is, I want an hotel object for sure, but I also want a list of rooms. So for that I need private room service instance as well. Okay, now auto wire this. Now what I will do is, here I'll also send rooms, room service dot get all rooms. All right, now let's copy this hotel form and paste it here. Paste. Okay, now here I'll just say hotel room form. Okay, now we don't need much here, so I'll just remove a lot of things like I don't need this. And okay, let's remove this. Don't need that. And copy this, paste it here. Again, I don't need this. Remove that. Okay, so what else we need? List here. So we need to iterate, and then we need to provide it to select block. Okay, so rooms. So this is just an example code which I used. And here we need the list name, so this would be rooms and room. Okay, select a room. Okay, what will happen, that we can figure out later, but for now let's see how this is looking. Alright, application is started. Refresh. Okay, add new room, and we don't have anything. This is weird. Okay, do we have a condition? Okay, we have a condition. Let's refresh. Okay, we don't see any list because we don't have any rooms. That's okay. Closed rooms, add new room, 0 and 2, 2000, add. Okay, refresh. What went wrong? So it says class path resource unable to parse room dot value. Yeah. Okay, let's modify this a bit. So this is my bad. Room.java, room number. Okay, so I see an option here. Let's add another one. Okay, so I see two options now, but let me change this a bit. This is much better. Alright, now what should happen is when I select a room and click on hotel, then I should be able to see the rooms through a hotel, right? So here in the hotel controller, so let's modify this hotels room and then hotel ID. Alright, so I don't need this, so let's remove this. ID equals to room. Okay, looks good. Yeah, so so let's copy this. So we are at hotels, then we need room, and room to hotel. We don't need hotel object. Rather, what do we need? We need string room. So this should come in string if I'm guessing it right. Room. Okay, for now let's keep it at string. That's okay. Okay, so we got the hotel, we set the ID, then we need similar thing for room. So room room service dot get room by room number. We are getting room ID, right? Here, okay. So integer dot percent, and here we will say row. And let's copy this invalid room ID. So this should be long. All right. Now we can set this to hotel object. So hotel dot set rooms. Now if not equals to null. Get room start. What the fuck? Okay, now what we can do is we can add it. So even if the room list is empty, in that case also we will get an empty list, right? And we will be able to add it to the list. Then we should just set rooms list. We should keep this inside. Alright, so we should be good. Now we just have to view this rooms list in the GUI. So how should we do that? In the hotel room, no, in the what was it, hotel form.html. So here we should be able to see, no, this is add new form, right? In hotels list we are seeing hotel. Okay, here we need to print that. Now this is going to be tricky. So why this is going to be tricky is that there are going to be a lot of rooms for a hotel. So it would be very difficult to put this in a tabular format, right? So what I will do is basically I have to provide a new GUI form here. So That would be more appropriate. Now where should I put that? So I think it would be good if we do it like this. Rooms list. Yeah, this one looks good. So in that case I need another mapping, new room, so something similar. And here I don't need this. Here also I won't require that. So I can copy this, paste it here. Hotel room list. Okay. All right, now let's get back to this page. Do I need this? I need add new room button. What did I copy? Why do I have these options? Okay, so I don't need these two. And I think I can remove these ones as well. Now what do I need to change? So I only need, okay, so what was there in room? So room list, let's copy this. So room number, capacity, price per night, and I don't need actions here, right? So what am I getting from the controller? I'm getting rooms. So this is showing me list of rooms, but I don't need to show this. I need to use, okay. So one more thing is missing, which is, so with room list I should provide the hotel ID as well. Something like this. So here I'll just copy any one line. And here what I need to change is, I need to change the URI to rooms first, and then everything is going to be same. Here I will just say rooms list and change this to success. Alright, then I can remove from here. So I want hotel ID as well. That is how I will be able to get the list of rooms associated with that hotel, right? So in hotel controller, basically here I need to make a change. So hotel, then room, then ID. So let's change this to add room, and in controller let's do add room. Okay, now this is very complex. Yeah, I'm forgetting what I'm doing. And it's so late right now. Okay, what was I doing? Okay, here. So here let's do rooms. All right, in controller we have rooms here. So hotel service dot get hotel by ID. So here I need an ID, something like this, and path variable long ID. So when I'm getting the hotel, from that I need to get, okay, so this is going to return me an optional. Okay, so I need to change this to this, and then hotel dot get rooms. So from this I'm going to get the rooms for a particular hotel with the ID, this ID, right? And that rooms list I'm going to iterate on this one. So rooms room, and then here we will have room dot room number, then we will have price per night, and yeah, so in the same order at this one, room number, capacity, and price per night. Alright, so this looks good. Add new room, we need hotel new, so hotel new room. So this mapping we have in this one as well, hotels new room, right? So same mapping. I think we have made a lot of changes. Let's see how this works. Alright, application started. Let's go to hotels. So okay, first we need to add rooms. To add room, add room. All right, add new hotel, PS Bird Resort, Delhi, add hotel. Now if I click on rooms list, I don't have any, so let's click on add new room, and I got the error. Alright, so the reason is that when we are passing this hotel room form, and here we are expecting that we will have an hotel.id object, we would have hotel.id something, right? But we don't have anything, so this is null actually, so this will fail obviously. So what do we need to do here? We need to pass hotel object with hotel id. So hotel list, so here we are passing for hotel rooms and then id, right? So then id, then we return hotel room list. So hotel room list, so here let's pass another attribute. Hotel. Okay, so in hotel room list we will have hotel object. Now we should do something like this. And we can remove it from here. I think this is not required. Alright, so we have done a lot of changes. Come back to hotels, refresh this rooms page. Okay, for now let's do it like so. For now let's keep it singular and let's add a new hotel. Alright, now rooms list, add new room, and it failed again. Hotels, new room 1. Okay, I think I know what went wrong this time. So if you see the error, this says that no static resource, right? So we are trying to hit room and then the value, but we don't have anything, so that's why we were getting this error. Path variable, long id. Hotel id, and we'll just pass id. Now in hotel room form, just do it like this: hotel id. Alright, refresh rooms, nothing, add a new. So 101, update hotel, and it failed. Okay, so what does it say? Long string. Okay, so here we are passing long object, and where it is going to add room. So long ID, this should be ID. Update room to hotel. I think this string room is not coming, and that is the issue. So what we can do is, okay, so after a lot of time that I spent on this error, so what did I do? So basically I didn't do much, rather than provided an object here of type room and associated this with the object, and coming back to controller, I'm passing an empty room object as well, which I'm getting in the post mapping. Now I'm able to see the object that is being chosen here, but the problem is that when I'm trying to save or update hotel, something goes wrong, as in it is not able to either update, or maybe we are not able to see that. So this we need to figure out why this is not able to save the room as well along with the hotels. So coming back to hotel, here we have list of rooms, right? And there should be an association. So what I will do is, basically I'll just first log into our S2 console. So I think I need to restart my application first. Alright, so don't worry much about the code, I'll just paste it in the GitHub repository. So yeah, that's that. Now password. Alright, so we have hotel rooms. Okay, let me add hotels first. Let me add rooms first. 101 to 2000. Alright, select star from room. Alright, I can see hotel ID is null. Okay, add new hotel. Okay, so I can see hotel as well. Country is null, that's okay. Okay, so I know the issue now. So we need to set hotel ID here, rather than saving it to hotel, we need to save it to room. So let me make that change. So here what we are doing is, after setting everything to hotel, we are saving the hotel object, but we should save the room object. Alright, so no need to get hotel object, and no need to get room object. We have the room object with us. So what we will do is room dot set hotel. Okay, so we need to get hotel object. Now room service dot save or update room. Now this is done. What else do we need to do is, when we are trying to fetch hotels, when we are trying to fetch rooms list from a hotel, in that case we are getting hotel and then rooms. Alright, so let's make the change. I think we need to make changes to room repository and room service. So first thing first, we need this. Now in room service, alright. Now in room controller, here in hotel controller, what we will do is room service dot get rooms by hotel ID and rooms list let's do hotel ID like this, and alrighty, let's run this in debug mode. Let's see what happens. Okay, let's add rooms. Okay, click on rooms list. Coming back here, this should be empty. So room list is empty. Good. Add room, update hotel. Okay. Oh shoot, I pressed F7 by mistake. Oh. I'm a bit sleepy. Let's do it like this. So okay, we see hotel ID here. Yes. Alright. Now click on rooms list. We got the room list. We got the room list, but it didn't print. Why? So we have everything here. Room list. We have everything. Why isn't it working? So in hotel room list, okay, we got the room number. Alright, so similarly we can make a change to our room list and add new room page. This looks pretty ugly, right? So let's update this. So starting with room list, let's close everything up. Room list. Alright, so I made a change with Bootstrap on this one. Now what else is left? Room form. So the change, so whatever I'm changing, it is very much similar to what we did in hotel form, hotel list page as well. So nothing that we are doing new. Alright, so room form is done. Let me quickly go through with both these two. So here we have these two changes with custom styling provided by Bootstrap. Then we have nothing as much here. We have a button here, we have button here. That's it, that is it what we have done. Now for room form, again we didn't do much. We added different form groups and label input field, that is it. Everything is same. Now what else is left? Room details. Alright, so here also we have added cards and added a container, added a button with proper formatting. That's it. Now let's see how it is looking. So this looks good, right? Add new room 301 to 2000. We can see. Click on view details. This looks good. Click on add it. Let's change the price to 2600 and I can see that. Let's delete this one and we can see it. So it was a very big project and it took me a lot of time to make this video, but there are going to be a lot of bugs, to be honest, if you are going to cover a lot of scenarios. And don't worry about it, I'm going to make a lot of customization in this one so that I can improve this project and make this as fully fledged as we can, and I just want to keep it simple as well. So do let me know if there is any doubt in this, like if you have any question why I have used this, why didn't I use that. So you can ask these questions. If there is a session required specifically for this, I can arrange that, we can talk more on this, but please ask these questions. Don't ask questions like I'm getting this error, how can I fix this. So that is specifically related to your system. Maybe you are using different version, maybe you are using different terminologies, different way of writing your code. It could be entirely same, still you are getting the issue, right? So these are some issues which you should fix. Even I'm doing that right now if I get these issues, right? So that is a part of developer life cycle. You should ask question like, if I could have done it like this, what would be the process? If I could have done it like this, would it provide me any efficiency? Why did I do it like this? Did it provide any kind of better usability or not? So stuff like that you can ask. If there are any other questions related to any other project, then also let me know. I can try to make a video on that. If you have any other questions or any other specific project that you want me to build, let me know. I'll try to make a session or a video on that. And I think this is it. I pretty much spent a lot of time on this and I'm a bit sleepy, so I'm really sorry if I'm not able to help you much, but I'm trying my best as much as I can. So stay tuned for more, keep learning, stay happy, and bye bye.